What's up guys, it's Timon here and welcome back to another episode of playing Legendary Game of Heroes. So this week, the event is called Arabian Nights and it is a Crusader event and the boss is a Dark Affinity Genie. And the heroes that you can get for this week's event, let's take a look at who they are. So for the feature pack, which is called the Gutter Rat pack, the hero that you can get is Aladdin. Okay, so it's an attacker fable card, and let's see. So again, if you take a look at the attack value divided by 2, that's how much a max non-awakened card would be at 6 stars. So you're looking at 2,600-ish attack. And let's see. So the leader skill is 300% recovery for all balanced heroes. And the battle skill is Magic Carpet, which generates 1 light power gem 3. And if there's less than 100% health, then the effect is doubled. So the charge rate is 9 and the cooldown is 3. So this is about similar to other cards that have similar type of battle skills. And then the passive skill is they call the Refreshing Breeze, which heals for 5% health, maximum health every turn. So this is pretty helpful, I guess. It does give you a little bit more survivability, and the battle skill is really nice, especially since it only has a 3-turn cooldown. It is part of the feature pack though, so again, there is no guarantee. And the other potential hero you can get is Aline, and she is ultra rare. So if you do get her through this pack, then good for you, because that is very, very hard to get. And let's just take a quick look here. Let's see. So in the tiers, in tier 2, you do get Wendolyn at 4 stars, and then let's see if there's any other guaranteed heroes. So you do get guaranteed Aladdin at tier 6, and that is it. So then the other pack, let's take a look at the possible cards you can get. This is the one that will be guaranteed at tier 2. I'm not going to say her name properly. Scheherazade? I'm not sure, so forgive me if I'm not pronouncing the name correctly. But she is a warrior fable card, and her maximum attack is at 2,000. Light fable card, and her leader skill is 300% damage and health for all light fable heroes. And the battle skill is very much like Ken, so attacks for 200% attack and 200% health. So not a great battle skill, but it charges immediately after any matches, and there's no cooldown. And she also dispels dodge, which is very nice. One of the harder skills to dispel. So I think that it makes up for it. And then the other card, which is ultra rare, is Sinbad the Sailor. So he's not a warrior. He's an attacker fable card, and his maximum attack is at also 2,600. And his battle skill is creating 4 to 6 light gems, and the number of gems increases as your health increases. And I guess so that means if you're close to 100%, then you'll create 6, and if you're closer to no health, then you'll create 4. So I think it's obviously worse than Indale, but Indale requires a lot more gems to charge up. And so it's a nice, I guess, compromise. And their leadership also is to increase 30% damage and health for all light fable heroes. Now let's go ahead and take a look at my deck. So as usual for every event, this is the one I'm going to go for. So let's just double check, make sure that I do get one at tier 2, and I do. And let's see if there's any other guaranteed cards. So besides tier 6, there is no other guarantee. So let's go ahead and purchase the pack and keep our fingers crossed for a very lucky pull on the first tier. So here's some carpets, and I do get a light potion. I have a light based card here, so let's see what I get. And unfortunately, it's not. It is a Griffin Pup. Alright, so at least it's a 3 star, so I can sell it for some dust. We can talk a little bit about the changes also in the dust store. They didn't introduce some new stuff, so let's take a look there. Alright, and here are the rest of the carpets, and let's see, here he is at 3 star. So let's go ahead and build a team, and then we can sort of talk about what the team makeup will look like. So I'm just kind of playing around. I don't have a very good light deck, so right now I'm kind of experimenting using my 4-star Aileen as the hero. Because if you look at my affinity for light and event skills commander, I don't have a lot of them. I only have 5 cards, and they're not very good. And I did make a really terrible mistake. If you notice here, my Vitra, I have them at I awaken him once. At least that's what shows here. I actually had him at 3 times awaken, and when I tried to awaken the 4th time, I reversed the order by accident. So unfortunately, I used a 3 times awaken Vitra to awaken a non-awakened one. So I lost all the level, and I lost essentially 3 awakens. So I'm a little sad here, but he is a unit that I can use for the bonus as well if I chose to. But instead, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on something a little different. So with commanders, you don't always have to use the commander cards to get the best output, I think. So if I go ahead and just remove this, what I wanted to do is look at Catherine. So Catherine is a Fable card, and her leader skill actually increases the damage and health for all light warrior heroes, and so I can actually use her as a leader for now, and then pull in other light warrior heroes. So let's see how that's gonna go. So I'm gonna pull in Catherine, and I do have another Catherine card, so I will pull her in. And then for now, I guess I will pull in this card for the 5 times bonus, and Indale's an attacker card. He is a warrior. So let's see again. So this is a light warrior card. So this is really where it would have been really good if I had my 4 times awakened Vitra at max level. Unfortunate. And then now I'm trying to decide whether to keep Indale or not. So Indale does transform 10 gems to light, but requires 16 gems to match. So I almost, it's going to be hard to use him in this scenario, but I think it is going to be worth it. The other option is for me to pull in my Yordra, which is also a light warrior card, but I'm not sure. So I'm not really benefiting anything here except for the health. So I'm going to go ahead and keep Indale for now. And then let's go and let's try this. Let's try using this deck for now. And then see how things go. And so first, let's take a look at the boss arena. And let's take a look at the event store, see what is possible. So for this store, there's a carpet box, and I can get some lamp keys. So let's go ahead and use the honor points to purchase them. And then let's see here. So that usually you get your blade and Longanite, King's Blade, Vegas shard, and Totem shard, and Smelter. Okay, so everything is pretty much same. And as if to taunt me, here is a Vitra spawn that I could purchase. Alright, so let's go ahead and also take a look at the collections. So for the collections here, as usual, if you collect enough of the trophies plus a 3-star card, then you get another of the feature card. As you collect all 3 units, you get 4-star shield, 5-star shield, followed by a Soul of Sarah, if you get them all at 6 stars. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack the queen. And we'll use the deck that we just built here. And let's see how effective this deck is. So as I collect more carpets, I'll be leveling her up, and then we will see how the deck goes. And then as it's one of the things where I start with a deck, and then usually by the end it changes a lot. So let's just see what kind of spell she does. So, okay, so her power is might. That's actually not bad because I think that as long as you could, so if it's might, that means the more she attacks, the more damage she'll deal, especially at higher levels. So you could bring in I could bring in a unit that dispels might, although I'm not sure if I have one at, I don't know if I have one with light or commander skill. So we'll see about that afterwards. And then next is Dracula. So let's see what his spell is. If I can manage to do one without attack. Let's see. Let's go with this. Okay, so it's dodge. Okay, so now Catherine does dispel dodge, which is nice. And then I believe that the other feature card also does that too. So now I have a lot more cards now that can actually dispel dodge, which is really good. So let's see. Yeah, I mean the attack looks good for that. It's just that I don't have a lot of. I need to build up the commander multipliers because that's really where I'm going to be able to get my damage. Now let's take a look at the genie here, Al Dimirat, right? And we'll go ahead and attack, and let's see what his spell is, so we can prepare for the next time when we come in to attack. Right, so just make sure that I have enough white gems. Judgment. Okay. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and finish them off here. I believe Judgment is a spell that where if you heal, you also get attacked. Very much like Zombie. I'm not sure what the difference between Judgment and Zombie is, because I believe you get damaged in the same way. But anyways, we'll take a look at that. So these are the three different heroes. So so the Queen deals Might as the spell, and then Dracula is Dodge, and El Dimirat is Judgment. So hopefully that helps you as you prepare for your team to bring in the team with the right um, with the right counters. So that's all for this week. I'm going to be continuing on. This is just the beginning, and I'll be experimenting. And if you have any updates, any ideas, any tips or tricks for a good team composition, please let me know. Feel free to give me any suggestions, and hopefully you do well in this event. Have fun, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you. Take care.